Hey, I'm Jeff.
I'm Brad.
And today on Do Food, we're going to cook a holiday dinner.
Our holiday dinner. We have a rib roast, a 3-bone rib roast that we're going to be roasting up, covering it with pork fat and herbs and garlic, popping that in the oven.
You know, this will probably feed about 12, 15 people or so, depending on how large your family is.
So for the gratin, simplest thing ever. You take some cream, put it in a pot, turn on the heat. All right, little cream, a little bit of garlic. All right, some salt and pepper.
And you want to season this heavily.
Yeah.
That's the only, you're not going to have time to season it again. You're only going to be able to season it this once. Keep going.
Yes, Santa. All right, so you get a little, again, a lot of salt, There you go. Give that a little stir.
All right. While that's coming up, we're going to make a rub for the rib roast. It's not your traditional rub. Are you done? It's not your traditional rub. We're going to use lard. Pork fat makes everything better. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some in the Roboku or food processor, whatever you want to call it.
I'll smack up some of this garlic for you.
We're going to put some rosemary in it. And you want to season this rub up real good because it's going to be your seasoning for the whole outside of the ribeye.
2 cloves of garlic. Boom.
All right.
Salt, pepper.
Good amount of pepper. And then this you can make a little bit salty. It's all right. It's gonna soak into the meat anyway. All right. Let's see. I know how to use this thing. You just want to mix this enough, just so that all the rosemary's chopped up and all the garlic's chopped up. That's right. Perfect. And once that's done, I always like to give it a little taste. Make sure there's enough in it.
How was that?
Good. And if you don't want to use lard, you can use olive oil. You can use butter. I'd probably use butter, olive oil instead of butter. But lard is the best, and it adds a lot of flavor to the ribeye.
So we're gonna tie this up. What that does is it pushes the meat together, and then when you go to present it, it looks really nice. So to tie it up, very simple. You're gonna go in between the bone right here, 2 knots. You're gonna take it, cut side away from you, slip it underneath the meat. You have 1 string in one hand, 1 string in the other. Your fingers are pointing. You're gonna take the 1 string, you're gonna flip it over, put it through, put it down.
So you're basically creating a slip knot, right?
Yeah, slip knot. All right, and then you tie it real tight. Hopefully the string won't break. It broke. That's okay though. Let's go through here, knot it, and then you do the same thing again. Nice and tight. And now we're gonna rub it with the pork fat. So you're just gonna pile all that pork fat on top of there. All right, so you rub that all around the meat. Both sides. It's like icing a cake, except it's made out of meat. All right, she's ready to go. We're gonna pop in the oven. We're gonna start it at 450 for 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Then we're gonna lower it to 350.
300.
300.
300 for 30 minutes.
For 30 minutes.
And you want to cook it to about 110 degrees.
Yeah. Nice medium rare.
And you want to use a thermometer to check it, and we'll show you once it's finished how to check it.
Very important because you're going to spend 100 and so on a piece of meat. It's going to overcook, and your family's going to hate you.
So now we're going to slice the potatoes for the gratin. You want to use a mandolin. Any kind of mandolin is fine. This is a Japanese mandolin. And you want them pretty thin. This is about the thickness of the potato that you want. And you can adjust it on the back of the mandolin. So we're just going to slice these up. Want to get that cream back on, bring it to a boil. This is also great for the holidays because you can cook this ahead of time, throw it in the oven, heat it back up. It stays hot for a while, so depending on what time it comes out, it'll stay hot for about an hour. You keep it covered. So you're gonna bring the cream to a boil.
And this is going to be one of those things your family's going to be like, what'd you put in those potatoes? Why are they so good?
Yeah, they're going to think it's going to be cheese in there.
It's simple.
Once you get all the potatoes in, you want to bring the cream back to a boil with the potatoes in it. It's very important to do that step because you need to get that cream boiling again, and it starts to thicken a little bit. All right. Once it's boiling, you just pour this into the gratin dish, and then you want to pat it down.
It's looking good already.
So we're going to throw this in the oven at 375 for about 30 to 40 minutes.
All right, so the meat is ready to go. We're going to take it out of the oven and let it rest.
Bring your meat over here, Brad.
It's coming. All right.
Check the temperature.
Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful.
So you want to check the temperature of the meat in the thickest part of it. You want to put it so it goes right into the middle. You can either do it from the side, but you want to make sure that that point gets down into the middle. So you want to stick that in, and it should be about 110 degrees. And that's 110 degrees right on the nose.
Beautiful.
Perfect. So let's take that. Let's put it. You want to right after it comes out. You want it to rest for about 10, 15 minutes. If you can let it rest longer, the longer is the better. We'll grab the potato gratin out of the oven.
Perfection. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Nice and bubbly.
So it's been resting about 15 minutes. And what we're going to do is we're going to carve it up. We're going to take the bones off. Right down through it. And then these are great. You can just slice those, put them in a little
That's
pile.
the best part right there.
Best part.
I mean, this is like the best thing for the holiday. You know, you bring it out to the table. Everybody's like so impressed. You got these bones sticking out. You know, it's a special occasion kind of meat, so everybody gets excited about it.
All right. Nice and medium rare all the way throughout. Slice that in half. All right. I'll get the gratin out.
Oh yeah.
You see how it's nice and red all the way through? The reason it's like that is because you actually let it sit and rest. If you were to cut into that right when you took it out of the oven, all the juices would leak out all over the table, and you'd have gray meat throughout 3/4 of it. When you're looking at the ribeye, you can see that it's a little crispier on the outside, and that's because you put the lard on top of it. It crisps up in the oven. It also adds a lot of flavor.
Boom.
These
I
look
mean, what's
great.
not to like about this? You bring this out to the table. All your guests are there. You slice it right in front of them. It's Christmas.
My favorite part, dude.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
That's fucking real good. So this is our standing rib roast with potato gratin. Thank you for watching Dude Food. Merry Christmas.
Have a great holiday, and please subscribe.
Watch our chefs wrestle live eels for a Dude Food style Feast of the Seven Fishes, a traditional Italian Christmas dinner. Sounds fishy. What do you get when you take Top Chef Spike Mendelsohn and add YouTube star Lisa Schwartz? A wild, drunken night, LA style. Click here to see what went down. Get a taste of this famous Chinese delicacy, the century egg, also known as the 1,000-year egg. Yum? Question mark? Learn how to make the finest grilled cheese sandwich known to man with award-winning chef Eric Greenspan of The Foundry. Now that's delicious. Click subscribe for more free tasted treats.